Welcome to the next video. This is the next weekly vlog. So what's going to change is I would like to implement some type of like theme or question I'm going to be answering. So not answering, but I really thought about this, and I think like a big thing for me is like the gym, fitness, staying fit, being fit, becoming fit. I feel like all of that is super important to me, and I feel like this should also be important to everyone else. So I want to dedicate my channel to that. So I think that's what I'll talk about. I mean, obviously there'll be more stuff that I would like to talk about, but just for now, I feel like this is my current passion. So in this video, I would like to highlight that, let's say you're like exercising, or like you want to get jacked, or honestly whatever your goal is, because like it could be anything. Exercising does so much for you and your brain and your emotions and your mindset and how you feel. And I feel like the better we get at handling and managing that, the better we can do as students, as pre-meds, as pre-health, as individuals who work very hard. And I think it's important to understand and like conceptualize the different ways different things, aspects of your life affect you and your mind and your body. This is getting a deep video. um but let's try to break it down to more applicable. So like for example, like let's say you want to go to the gym to get jacked, which is quite common. So clearly, let's just think about this. In order to get jacked, you have to go to the gym, so you have to show up, which is also a hidden schedule thing, right? You got to figure out how does it fit in your schedule. It requires eating food, eating protein, eating. So another way is just more time management and figuring out how you're gonna eat. Because to be honest, you really can't have one without the other. You need to train in order to have some type of physiological adaptation, and you really can't get jacked or build muscle without adequate protein synthesis from protein you eat. I mean, there's so much more to go into this, but like, I mean, even from like a simple biology class, we understand that proteins do so much, literally so much. I think it's important to understand that in order for us to truly stay committed to the gym, right? And I'm talking about pre whatever, okay? You have to treat it like everything else on your schedule. You gotta treat it like, oh, you know how when we study for a test, we figure everything out. We have time blocks, we have schedules, we have scheduled revisions, we have practice tests, practice exams, we have all types of like actual like working the nitty gritty. Like you don't just go to class, do the homework, and take an exam, because that will not lead you anywhere. You will not be successful. It requires a very intricate process. It requires knowing a lot of things, or knowing a lot about one particular thing and not knowing so much about another. It requires the ability to like manage your stress, manage what needs to be known. It's a lot of effort. If you want to get good grades, it is not easy. You could break it down, it could be simple, but by no means instinctual. So we have to take that ideology and apply it to the gym, apply it to fitness, apply it to working out, because it's very crucial and critical to understand that if your body is good, then your mind will also become either better, or it might be that missing puzzle piece. So I think the one thing that I want to say is like it has to have a priority. I know we have so many priorities and research. We have to go into the lab. We have to study for whatever, how many exams. We have to actually go to class. We have to find time to do homework. And then, that's all stuff school related. And who knows if we have jobs. Most of us have jobs. Most of us have obligations. So it's a lot of like, it's a juggling contest. And really, the gym is one of those things like, yeah, it looks like an additional item on the to do list, but it gives back. Like in the same way how we study to understand something, well, when you work out, you just get more, I guess, vitality. All right, y'all. I finally found some time to continue this video. Um, I guess quick update on what has happened. Is the most optimal mic position. Yeah. Um, it's Monday. I think I recorded. Ooh, I don't even know when I recorded that last clip. Ooh, I don't even know. But I took notes. So, anyways, I think what I want to come from or pinpoint the point of this video, the actual process or like the physiological journey to get jacked is honestly it's quite a simple one. With adequate nutrition, that just means getting your protein in. Like stuff you could look online or whatever. And then actually I think the most simplest way to put it is like you're doing something right in the gym when you're like getting stronger over time. Like that alongside proper nutrition, alongside with some decent sleep. Like that's basically it. You really can't without those fundamentals, can't really get anywhere in terms of like progression. It's pretty hard. But I'm just gonna, put all that stuff to the side because what I think is more important or even more critical to I guess building the muscles or like being on on track is consistency. Okay. So like let's just think about this. Okay. So as a pre-med or pre-health or pre-whatever, um one thing that I believe that I learned very quickly and many probably have learned very quickly is to use a calendar. But not just use a calendar, but like we gotta figure out when to time stuff and when to schedule things and when is a good time to do this, when is a bad time to do this, when are times we just have to do things. Um, that is essentially what I think has allowed everything to happen, right? It's kind of the backbone of our life, our daily life. And I think what's important, what's crucial is that we schedule time to study and we schedule time to go to class. Maybe schedule, maybe more involuntary, but like we essentially like space out our schedule according to the things that we have to do. But for some or for many, or okay, um, but I want to say that like you need to focus on when you can go to the gym, and you got to give the same um, I guess determination and discipline into working out, because realistically working out is at best like maybe, I mean, I don't see a lot of individuals, like I don't think you need to be in the gym, definitely don't need to be in the gym like 3 hours per session. Like that's crazy. 2 hours is a stretch. I personally like an hour and a half is pretty like it's pretty typical. Give me like an hour and 15. This is actual like working out time. This is not the time taken into account like traveling, just I don't know, going to the gym, walking to the gym, doing whatever before the actual workout portion. So at its best, maybe 2 hours, right? And like maybe you work out like twice, 2 to 3 to 4 times a week. So that's somewhere between like 4 hours to like what is it, 8 hours. And like I think we could squeeze that in. Like it's a pre-med, pre-health. I'm just gonna say pre-med. But like 2 hours, even okay, even if you could probably squeeze like an hour and a half, maybe even an hour long workout. Like those are possible. It is possible. It does what it do. It's very effective. And like that's not a big time sink compared to everything else that we have to do. Like studying and going to class and whatever. Because I mean, I personally spend a lot of time studying. Um, but like I do spend a lot of time working out, but not as much as you would think. I guess. Is that a good way to say it? Not too sure. But it all comes down to like finding time to work out and then like keeping it. Like don't take it out, don't change, don't fold, don't say, "Oh, I'm not gonna work out this week." Like even if like you can't even like do a super long whatever workout, like even if it's for 30 minutes, like it's still better than like not. And yeah, it's all about consistency. It's about giving working out like the energy, the level of energy that we put in when it comes to everything else, right? So like we focus so hard on studying and whatever extracurriculars, but then we could also, I'm sure it wouldn't hurt to take a little bit of that time into the fitness, into health, into working out, into going on walks. I mean, going on walks, I will count that. To be honest, like if you're someone who just studies all day and just hustles and focuses on the grind, like the studying grind, like going on walks does a lot, from like a relative perspective. Like if you don't normally, if you're sedentary, if your baseline is like sitting all day, maybe walking to class, whatever, and you add in like a 30-minute walk, maybe daily, honestly. But like it's the increase in activity that is for sure probably gonna improve your life to some capacity. Um, I don't really remember why I made the video besides like the getting jacked part, but I think it's important to just summarize everything and to say that getting jacked, I don't even want to say getting jacked. Let's just say exercise. Exercise most definitely makes you a better student, a better, I don't know, researcher if you want to use that word, but it's definitely very beneficial and has for sure helped me build my discipline, my motivation, my willpower. I'm sure it can help a lot of other people. And it's simple. I think there's a big barrier to entry of being like, there's a lot of barriers into actually going into the gym per se, but like, it's just exercising, and exercising can be at its baseline, at its very minimum. It could be as simple as walking. It could be as simple as like a 15-minute weight session. Like 15 minutes of weights is much better than nothing for sure. And like, I mean, there's so many variables that I would like to talk about in terms of getting into the gym, but I'll say that if you have already stepped into the gym, then you already are somewhat aware of the process. And it's this idea of like we push ourselves to like become better students and to get better grades and use every resource that we can. So like why can't we use the same mentality into working out, into exercising, into really just getting a more like health orientated like mind space? Because I think that's one of the big things that has helped me a ton. And I don't think I'm like conventional. I think I do everything a little non-traditional in terms of studying and all this stuff, whatever. But I think that's where I'm gonna end the video now. I don't know how long this video is gonna be, but everything I said really like I think about it a lot, and I think it's some things that people don't think about. But I feel like if I get to influence or inspire someone, then like their life could also become better, or it could improve their life. Because I strongly believe that working out, exercising, using your muscles, I guess brain muscles too, like all that stuff is very helpful. I think it like kind of contributes, or it's a pivotal part of my life and my lifestyle, has allowed me to get to here, to get to whatever I'm doing now, and also most definitely whatever is going to be happening in in the future. So, all right, thank you for watching this video. I'm gonna log out. Oh yeah, in school, I don't think I even updated. Um, I took an Orgo exam last week. I don't know the outcome of that exam. I think it went well. I didn't feel like I did bad at all. I have a physics exam very shortly in a couple days. Yeah, in a couple days. So I am definitely starting to study for that. But overall, I will say I'm not stressed. At this moment, I'm not stressed. So it's a big positive. But yeah, thank you for watching the video. Um, and yeah, I hope this video adds something beneficial to your life. So